Good afternoon again, sports fans. This is Jim coming to you from the bunker again. It's a beautiful day, but I'm still in the bunker, unfortunately. But today's 3 Minute AD is going to focus on not just event management planning, but post-game event management. One of the things that we see when a game is over, that everybody just runs for the fences and goes home. Question we want to ask each other is, are your security guards hanging out, your chaperones hanging out 15, 20 minutes, a half hour after the game's over to ensure the safety of everyone around? And the reason why I bring this up is I just got an email from my buddy who does the AD roundtable nationally, taking into account the things that happened over the weekend in college football, in the rivalry games. Um, that's something that, well, we certainly don't have a lot of that, but even my own history as an athletic director, there was a JV football game one time where the winning team on our field decided to do a very inappropriate dance at midfield. Um, the fortunate thing was is that we were able to control it. 14 and 15-year-olds are a little easier to control sometimes than maybe 17 or 18-year-olds. But at the same time, there was a level of disrespect on from one school to another. Now, whatever caused that, it's not so much of it's a rivalry, but it just seems to be a way that people do things. And, we're all guilty of something. Not everyone is perfect. The handshake at the end of the game is not the end of the game. The game is over when the opposing team gets on the bus to go home and your team gets into the locker room. That's when the game is over. We can all go back and talk about things that have happened after a game. Spectators, uh, saying things to an opposing team as they're leaving, inappropriate comments made in the handshake line, things like that. We just have to be more aware and we have to be a presence, and I know the coaches go to shake hands and separate themselves from the kids, but we have a distinct responsibility to ensure the safety of everyone and to keep our standards very, very high. Now, we can't account for those renegade parents that go out and make videos and do things on their own. We can't control that part. But if we do have knowledge of that, then there needs to be a discussion with them about what they're doing to incite a potential problem. Our jobs are tough enough, and we're looked at and scrutinized on everything that we do and how we perform. But we have to make it very, very clear to our yellow jackets or orange jackets or whatever their jacket they're wearing, that they have a responsibility as well for a half hour before the game, maybe even 45 minutes or an hour before the game, and then a half hour to 45 minutes after the game. They are the last ones to go home. And I know it's a long day and I know it's a long night, but the early time punching out by security people has to stop. The visiting team has to feel safe and secure. Supply people to walk them to the bus. Supply people to greet them as they come off the bus. Do the little things like that, and it'll make our lives a little bit easier, I hope. And that's the general hope here, that we're safe, number one. But, let the colleges deal with what they have to deal with, but we can certainly knowingly stop things if we know that there's going to be a rivalry issue and make sure it's staffed properly. Money should be no object for things like this. So again, Jim for the 3 Minute AD. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and looking forward to heading out to the national conference. The planning for our state conference is well underway, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting one for us. But at the same time, I wish you all a happy holiday season. God bless you all, and we'll talk soon. But again, Jim for the 3 Minute AD. Have a great time.